Helder trying to work out how strong the deuces is. The answer would be not very hard.
Check. Check. Both checks.
Although it is the leading. And now, Iverson has just made a flush. Interestingly enough, Helder not drawing dead.
Check.
Any spade but
Both
the
checks.
deuce would split the pot. 9 of spades would be an interesting card.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah, me too.
You've seen this before.
Okay.
there's a straight flush on board. Do you think Iverson might have a pop at it, knowing that Helder's a bit inexperienced?
Yeah.
Could lay the pot down.
4,000.
Well, that's exactly what he's done.
You know, there's a certain class of people who would take lollipops from a baby, and
Glenn Helder could be the
If you
first guy
want
to
to,
throw away
yeah.
a straight flush on TV poker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go? Yeah?
well, that's a good call. Iverson was just testing them, but the board plays in Texas Hold'em. Looking at that hand again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all spades, all in a row. That's a straight flush. Both players with the same hand, though. Split that pot. Good on them.
Good to raise.
That's the minute.
Marcel here, Jack 9.
Marcel's off to a
Raise.
fairly slow start here.
4,000
I
total.
mean, Marcel, who's achieved so much in poker, he has
Pass.
not done so much on the televised stage. It's a great
Pass.
opportunity to see his cards here.
Pass.
3,000 on Noah Boykin. And he's going to call his captain's raise.
Can you just pop your cards on the glass?
Oh, this is tricky, Park. Well, he's...
Well, he'd be far happier if it was one of his Norwegians that had come out with the raise.
He raised to 8,000
Let's see.
total.
I mean, more.
Okay.
I
Sorry,
think Noah
it's-
didn't
I
realize
thought it
what
was the
the,
red ones. It's
didn't
okay.
realize what the chip values were, but
So
8.
8,000 total.
there's more.
Here's the time. Look, oh my gosh,
Is that right?
Espen's got the aces too.
Four.
That's
Have we ever seen this before on TV?
I can match with 8.
Eight.
yeah.
I don't think
You need
so.
to do 8 total, so it'll cost you 7 more.
Do you think Parsons going to re-raise here?
Oh, go with
No.
You know,
He just wanted to
Noah
call.
must be
Wanted
absolutely
to
loving
call.
this. If the
Call.
fact that Noah's only made it 8 is has priced Marcel in.
I actually think Bartson might have meant to re-raise and been stopped back. This is
He used to
amazing.
be my friend.
2 players with aces here. Lusk has actually got a very live hand here, Parg. This is I've never seen this before.
Oh my
Oh
God!
my.
Well, there's going to be some fireworks here. This is quite a nice flop for Marcel. He's picked up a straight draw.
20,000.
The bet is 20,000 from Noah Boykin.
Espen is representing a hand a little weaker than he has.
He's going absolutely nowhere. And what is Marcel going to do besides eat his sunglasses?
I think he'd probably pass here, Jesse. His 20,000 is quite a large bet at this stage of the game.
8 or king would make Marcel a straight, but as you say, Parg, it's a pretty serious thought.
I think he's sorry he raised this before he started this.
Lusk, a great decision maker in tournament poker, but does he want his captaincy to be hinging?
Pass.
And that was a very sensible fold, Parg.
It certainly was, Jesse.
Takes a lot of experience to fold that straight draw, but the bets have gotten big. And the only thing right now, Parg, that can separate these two.
Noah's not going to like that queen. He's sitting there with a pair of aces, getting called by the Norwegian goalkeeper. And all of a sudden, the queen looks like a very dodgy card. You know, if Espen can bet this, he's going to be putting Noah in a
Both checks.
very tricky situation.
Espen happy to check, he says. And whoever can find the bet.
10,000.
That's almost offensive, isn't it, Parg?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, reach for more. He is.
Sorry.
Leave on it.
I don't know. Okay.
Espen
Raise
means to raise, and Noah's shaking his head.
This is a difficult call for Noah. If Espen had raised a little bit more, it'd be an automatic pass for Noah. I mean, this just kept getting worse and worse, didn't it?
Parg, this is dreadful here. Noah Boken can't believe it. He can't think Espen's bluffing. Espen is not bluffing, but there's... Oh, he showed him!
Oh my God.
And he's folded. If Bartson shows these to Noah Boeken, there'll be bedlam on this table.
Oh, he has to show them just for the crack.
The Norwegians won the pot.
You don't have to show.
Yeah, well.
No, I can't believe it. Well, he's taking it with good grace. What an amazing
How do you do
hand.
this? Can we check it?
Straight flush, aces,
Ja, weet ik, maar precies.
Is dat yours of mine?
I'm actually starting
Well,
to
you
fry
can't
myself.
blame Noah. I mean, there was
You still have
absolutely
nothing wrong there.
You was about to
Espen found the only way he could win that pot alone.
You was about to blind.
But one might have thought with the two pairs of aces out there, the two of them would be all in before the flop.
The Norwegian goalkeeper never raised with the aces, so it looked like
I don't know what to do.
he was beat. And Boeken, understandably, saved his 10,000.
Take some penalties later on, yeah?
I'll miss straight flush.
They say sometimes, Park, that playing against inexperienced players is as tough as playing against professionals. Devilfish Elliott has had serious trouble in this tournament already against goalkeepers.
And against Matt Martin.
Raise to 3,000 total.
Noah Boeken, it's still first level. He's got plenty of stack to move with. And he's found Marcel Lusk, his captain, with a pretty nice hand. I mean, Marcel would call this definitely against Norwegian raise, Parg. Does he want to take on Noah and risk knocking him out, perhaps?
Well, it's a bit tricky to know what tactics to use in these, Jesse, isn't it? You know, obviously, you don't want to collude, but at the same time, you don't want to be knocking your teammates out all over the place.
No, I mean, the player that goes through takes his entire team through, that's for sure. But obviously, Noah Boeken is such a strong player that Lusk doesn't want to hasten his demise too early, although it's a pretty good setup for them right now. Boeken with the second pair top kicker,
Check.
and Marcel with the jacks,
7,000.
quickly firing 7,000 out.
And I think Noah will pass this because I think he will work out that Marcel isn't picking on him. Especially when there was a Norwegian in the pot as well.
Noah is going to start feeling like the odds are stacked against him here. He's
He feels that already, Jesse.
he's really been put through the grinder. I mean,
Well, I mean, he was very unlucky with the
Really
aces.
pussy today, it looks like.
It's just when the board paired twice. It was
he shows the 10 and passes, and the Dutch captain, a flying Dutchman, flying into that pot. Marcel Lusk, who's above par and saying nothing.
It's a good card to have a 10.
well, that didn't last for too long. I think it was just an aspiration.
If the game comes around whereby I have to take my teammate on because I have a good hand, you're going to take it on. Because one of the team have to win the hit. And they have to be aware of the fact that they play against 5 players on the table, not only 3. Of course, when we knock out the 3 first, we get ahead, but you cannot rely on your teammate.
And it is the 2 footballers on top. We've seen that quite often in this tournament. They've both flown out of the gates, Parg.
Yeah, the soccer players have been doing really well in this tournament so far. They've been a complete revelation, haven't they?
Well, this tournament, as you say, played in great spirit, but it'll get pretty serious before it's all over, Parg, because only one can go forward, and one of these teams is going home. Lusk has set the sunglasses down for the second level.
It's the same at the moment, usually.
Pass.
And then with all the chips.
Blinds 2 and 2,000 now, and it'll be
Pass.
blind on blind, captain on captain. Lusk with an option just to